Welcome to Lost Generation or Not. I'm your host, John Lowe. I had sent a couple invite out tonight, so I'm trying to learn how to run this control board. But if you want to join in tonight, you're welcome to come on to the show. I think I voted. I mean, I invited Ronald Harris and LaRonda. If you want to come on, get on the panel tonight, you're welcome to. We're talking about tonight. The title is "People Have Good Intention but lack the power to carry them out." I was uh I was talking to a friend today. I went in the store to purchase a couple idle items, and I knew one of the ladies that worked back at the deli, uh, where she cooks at back there in the convenience store, and she called me to the side and she explained some things to me, something that took place dealing with her brother. Her brother house, somebody had broken into their house, and she knew who the guy was that um went into her brother house. It was a young teenager that went in this man's house to went in her brother house. So she asked me, she asked me to talk to the young man because she knew that I usually try to work with the youth and try to help them with some things in life. I try to mentor to the kids and help them out and try to guide them down the right path to go. And I explained things to her. I said I don't mind talking to the young man, trying to help him out because at one at once upon a time, her son and my nephew, they was getting into a little bit of trouble about 6 years ago. You know how young kids is. They take the mother car and take off for a joyride without her knowing it. They did things, to that effect. And so we began to communicate with one another. We kind of came close to one another. So and so that way we, her son and my nephew. So we tried to communicate with each other, try to help the young people to understand, the path that the road that you're going down is a dead end. So she was talking to me today. So I told her I would talk to the young man because I used to try to manage a couple groups, rap groups and stuff like that. I had some equipment, so I let the young guys come over there and practice some music, some rap music, and I'll let them go to a couple talent shows, take them to a couple talent shows, just give them something to do, um, to try to keep them out of trouble. And that's it. That was the only way that they'll get a chance to listen to me because I had some equipment. Excuse me. So, um, so I took the guys out on a couple of talent shows. They did pretty good, and the young guys, it was about 4 or 5 of them. They loved that, and their parents saw that I was trying to help the youth out, um, to keep them off the streets. But um, like I said, I was talking to this lady today, and she asked me to talk to this young man. But as me and her was talking, I explained some things to her. I say the biggest problem with most of the young kids are uh, the kids are that the father is not in their life, because today I know there's a lot of fathers out there that really don't take up time to spend with their kids. And I don't want to come down on call anybody a deadbeat daddy or something like that, because I don't have any kids, but I do like kids. But I think it's just getting I think it's came to a point in life where people have kids. Get your priorities straight. You go out all the time and enjoy yourself, Leave the kids there to fend for themselves. You get you a new outfit and you go out to the club on the weekend and party and have a good time. You leave the kids behind. If you got a child at 15, 16-year old in your household, you're not spending any time with them. Yes, they gonna act out because you don't went out and spent all the money. So now the kids want to go out and do something or to have some fun, but there's no money there. You don't went out and spent all the money. So now the kids is frustrated because they can't even go to certain things at school, uh, or just go to McDonald's just to buy burgers because daddy don't spend all the money. You know, and once the kids start acting out or rebelling against your authority, you start getting angry with the kids. Now you trying to display your control. If you're gonna discipline a child, know how to discipline a child. I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of people. If you spank a child, at least explain to this child why are you being spanked, so that you know that you are doing something wrong. And and I just see a lot of this take place today with parents. Now I know it's hard out there in life. The struggle is real. I know that, but it just coming to the point now that you just have to take time out and talk to your kids. Find out what's going on in your child life. Um, sometimes it's get very sad sometimes because I see a lot of this take place where I live at. I like to ride around the neighborhood and I see little kids out there playing, enjoying themselves. But I see some kids, don't have no new shoes, no nice clothes, clean clothes on, none of the time. And the parents looking nice all the time. I don't understand that. If you can go out and make sure that you're nice and clean and looking good, why don't you make sure that your child is well groomed? That they go out in the streets every day. You send your kid to school, all year long, and they don't have nothing but one pair of sneakers. Don't have no new clothes. So once they go to school, other kids are gonna pick on these kids. You know how kids are. That's just the way they are. Because they learned that from their mother or father talking about other people that do not have clothes. So it's just crazy. But like I say, the lady tried to talk to me today and asked me to talk to this young man. So I'm gonna try to go and talk to this young man. But I told her that I can't make no promises that it's gonna do any good because it's gonna have to start from home. You know, the reason the young man is acting out because he doesn't have nobody there to support him, to show him love or to distribute love the right way. You know, today you don't even need to go out to a club. You can see everything uh, on the internet or on Facebook. You don't have to go out to a club, strip club, or none of that. You see all that on Facebook, YouTube. Women stripping, strippers all the time. People having sex on Facebook. Uh, you don't have to go nowhere anymore. It's a shame sometimes the things that I see. Sometimes I be on my Facebook page and I be strolling through there and I see a lot of positive things being, said, and here come one crazy post, some nasty picture showing some crazy people having sex. Just, something that do not need to be on Facebook. Listen, if you like that type of stuff, keep that to yourself. There's a lot of kids that on the internet is viewing all this mess what you putting on here. You know, it just gets to me sometimes. So I'm trying not to, really to pick on anybody about certain things, but I just get tired of seeing these kids out here struggling in life and raising themselves. The street is raising your kids because you never home, you out partying, doing this, you out drinking, smoking, doing whatever you want to do in life. And once it comes to your child asks you, daddy, could you help me get a pair of shoes or I guess some minutes for my phone or something like that, a prepaid card, and you ain't got no money, you never have no money, but you always drinking and having a good time and always smoking. These kids see this, see these type of things. You know, somebody is lying and they getting confused with these stories that you're telling them. Like I say, I like to see positive things that out there that people doing. I see a lot of great things on Facebook. People make a lot of great comments about certain things. I like to read something good, but every now and then, like I say, you can be strolling down your Facebook page, you can read 20 good things, then you all of a sudden you see this crazy thing pop up. It just kills your vibe. Um, and like I say, it's the youth that we need to concentrate on. Are this a lost generation or not? If they got lost somewhere, whoever was leading them got them off the pathway. So the question I would ask myself, you know, who have I became? Because some mornings you need to ask yourself, who have you woke up as? You mad? You jealous? Do you have low self-esteem? Whichever way that you wake up in the morning, whichever spirit that you wake up first thing in the morning, that's what you're gonna display all day. I like to try to start my day off with something positive, nothing negative, because that's the first thing that you hear or see in the morning. That's how you're gonna feel all day. So I try to be very careful what I see on Facebook, that I want to look at, because it's already hard. I got a hard day ahead of me, so I want to make sure um, my mindset be focused on something positive that day. But like I said, this young man been breaking into a couple people house, and the person wouldn't press no charges against the young man. He say, I know the young man father, and I just would like to say, that was a very big thing for this person not to press any charges against this young man, because we got enough of our youth that's in jail already, 15, 16 years old. You on paper, you on probation, or parole. The way things look now, because you're 17, you can go to prison. And you gotta, here you is, got a rap sheet ever since you 14 years old, breaking in stuff and carrying on like that and doing things. And once you get a reputation of stealing, that follow you a long way. You can't get a job. You can't do nothing. If a person can kill your name, they kill you. That's something to think about. What kind of name are you making for yourself? But and sometimes I get to think about these kids. You can't blame these kids for the way they're acting, because it started from the home somewhere. You know, if your child is doing good in school, recognize that. Support your child. Take out a couple minutes of the day and just sit down and ask your child how your school, how your day went, what's going on. Is there anything that you would like to talk about? Um, because kids hold a lot of anger in. They don't like to share uh, with adults because they uh, they always tell them shut up, don't say nothing, listen to me. Always want to be controlling. So that's why kids go out and talk to other kids. That's why you be the last one to understand what your child was going through. So like I say, if anybody out there that I sent a invite to, if you want to, come on the show, come on the show, and and give your insight or advice, or some kind of experience that you've been through, or some advice that can help out somebody out there. You're welcome to come on the show, because I'm trying to make this show about the people that viewing the show, because it's not my show, it's our show, and that's what I want to turn it into. Because I want to get a lot of great uh, knowledge out there to people. Because if you was went through a similar problem with your child, we can use the advice. We can use the advice. I just came on tonight because I just want to reach out there and to the youth, and if you would like to come on here and just talk and explain some things that are going on in your life, or anything that you would like to achieve, or you want to do with your life, and just explain yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. You're welcome to come on here. And if your child is doing good in school and you want to invite them on the show, they're welcome to come on the show. Only thing you need is a Google Plus account and Hangout app, and that way you could be able to send me a friend request on Google Plus. You can become one of my circles, people in my circle, so that way I can get your information, your email, either your phone number, and just get a Google Plus account, so that way I can connect to you and I can add you on, or invite you on a panel in which that you can I can have 10 peoples on the panel here. And so, like I say, I'm reaching out to peoples out there to come on the show and help express some great advice to some people, or for people. But like I said, I'm gonna try to talk to this young man, because this lady knew that, I try to work with the kids, because I have understanding. If you have nobody at your house to love you or to distribute love correctly, your child gonna act out. Don't you act out when somebody don't show you love, or your mate don't show you love or affection. What you do? You get mad. You do something to try to get their attention. Especially the kids really do things to act out, and they make bad choices and decisions. The way they try to act out and do things, they go and break in people's houses and stealing this and going in stores and fighting, having sex, doing a whole lot of things, just because trying to fulfill this void in their life. And like I say, I just get tired of seeing a lot of kids suffering just because uh, us grown people making bad decisions. There's nothing wrong with going out and enjoying yourself. I mean, but don't go out with your kids to the same club. Separate your business from your child. You know what I saw at a club a while back? I saw grandmother there, I saw mother there, and I saw the grandchild there. You have to break the cycle, people. All three generation is there in the club. Somebody is following somebody's footsteps. Then you get angry with your teenager or your youth for the things they doing exactly the same thing that you do. If you're gonna go out and to a club or whatever you do, separate your business from your child. That's the only thing you got to do. Stop trying to become their best friend. How they look like you at the club, grandmama out there uh, dancing, having a great time, the daughter out there and the granddaughter. Come on, people. Now, how that look? Now, really think about it. How do that look? So stop getting angry with your child because they acting out, smoking weed and drinking, sleeping with 4 or 5 different women, and having a bunch of kids. You know, it's real sad. And sometimes when I see kids, I see young ladies that get pregnant. They 15 or 16 years old. Now think about this. Young lady get pregnant. She's 16 years old. She in school. She got pregnant, say about a 15 or 16-year-old young man. Both of them in school. Mama is already working a job and a half, and grandmother is barely making it, and she still got a little job on the side. So now, mother, who gonna see about the child? So now that puts stress in the family. That add on to the struggle. Now, the young lady got to still go to school. The young man can't quit school and support the family because, to support his child because he's not old enough to get a job. Now, mother got to do what she have to do. Try to make this work. So you got to get a babysitter. Mother and grandmother really have a job. So somebody got to make a sacrifice. So now the young lady try to stay in school, get her work done. I understand that she made a mistake. I understand that. And so now the young man, he really don't want to have anything to do with you because you became pregnant. Now he's scared because he really young. He don't know what to do about manhood. He don't enter manhood too fast and too quick. So he's scared. But now I pray that a young lady or whatever that she be able to finish school. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice, but you can do it. I've seen some young ladies have done that. But I just would like to make the point is try to think about your decision, what you make, what kind of struggle that you put on the family. So it's kind of rough out there. Like I say, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to defend my mistakes and judge others because, I don't have no kids, but I love kids. But I know if I had a child, I know I'm going to do the best that I can to provide for this child and try to distribute love out to this child and to notify my child that, hey, I love you. I'm going to support you. I know that you're going to make mistakes sometime in life. I know that. But if you're going to make a mistake where you can come back from. I just hate to see the young lady get pregnant, drop out of school and try to see about the child. Then, she's so young and don't know nothing about motherhood because her mother really haven't taught her anything about motherhood. That's how and why a lot of babies be found dead somewhere in the garbage can. Because these young ladies be scared to tell their parents. People, we need to kind of wake up a little bit. Like I say, it's serious out here. Just think about some of the decisions that you make around your kids. Separate your life, your business, your personal business, from your child. That's the only thing you have to do. Separate your life, your personal life from your child personal life. You know, if whatever you do, you don't have to do it in front of your child. If your child's looking at you, um, having men come in and out of your house, laying around smoking weed and doing all these things and disrespecting you, cussing you out, they gonna think that's okay. And you know, sometimes I know that some women choose these men's over their child. Stop disrespecting your child just because you're trying to gain a man respect. Don't do that. Don't do that. If he was any kind of man, he would tell you to respect your child. And a lot of you women out there, be very careful when you're not around your child that you leave this man that you so-called your boyfriend around your child. Now, he can be out there, you know, slapping your child around the head or beating on him and telling him, you know, better not tell mama, you know. You never know how a person treats your child while you're not around, especially these men today, because half of them not men's. Not everybody I'm talking about now. There's some good peoples out there. You know, I just came on tonight because I just wanted to talk about the youth. And this young lady had asked me about to talk to this young man for, you know, breaking in somebody's house. Um, just talk to him and see what I can do. So, you know, that's what it's all about, trying to help the youth. And she said something very powerful. She said, you know, sometimes you got to show some people some some kindness, because if that was her child, she would like for you to show her child some kindness. First thing we want to holler, send them to jail. Sometimes you just got to sit down and talk to your kids and spend time with them. Like I said, I don't want to spend a whole night, you know, just talking about, you know, about kids and the parents, to separate your business from your child business. You know, like I say, I just kind of feel upset for this taking place. And a young man, you know, he's a nice young man. He just needs some guidance in his life. He never had it. You always got somebody in your life is always telling you negative things. You'll never uh, do anything in life. You can't do anything right. Once you hear all these type of things all the time and a bunch of lies, hey, it bothers these kids. They start believing in those things that you fill their mind up with. You know, like I say, you know, this is something very touching to me because, you know, I know the young man. And I just get tired of seeing these type of things, these young kids out here not enjoying their life. Because you did not get a chance to really enjoy your life as a child, that don't give you the right try to enjoy yourself now that you don't had all your kids and you want to go enjoy yourself and you 40, 50 years old. You're beyond that point now. Take time out and spend time with your kids. Balance is the key in life. Like I said, it's nothing wrong with going out. It's nothing wrong with going out and having a great time. You don't got to go out 5 days a week, Joe. You don't got to go out every weekend. But it's all right to go out. Tonight I'm just kind of disappointed in somebody, because, like I said, I know this young man. You know, the young man is striving, trying to do right. You know, he out here raising himself. His father not at home, maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. And this young man got to fend for himself, got to cook for himself, got to clean for himself. How could he do this? He doesn't have the supplies at his house. You know, like tonight, you know, like I said, it's something very, you know, close to me and touching. Um, very touching to me. But like I say, I just want to come on tonight, Lost Generation or Not. That's the name of the show. I'm your host, John Lowe. I'm not trying to, I want to take this journey with you, not as a leader, but as a friend and a companion. But I'm looking forward to people out there in the audience to come on the board and participate and help discuss some of these matters, to address some of these situations and circumstances that taking place in people's lives out here. Every time you turn the news on, somebody getting killed, somebody getting shot. Um, there's nothing more sadder to see on Facebook where you see a little baby in a casket with her little doll, beside her, and somebody wrote saying that this was a drive-by. She got shot. Come on, people. We got to do better than this. But I just would like to say good night, everybody. Y'all have a great night out there. And y'all be safe.